Hi, it's Sabina by Nature, and I just bought some of these Miltoniopsis orchids from Etsy, and they're not really in great shape. If you can see right here, we have live moss growing on the roots and on the pseudobulbs here. So we're going to be repotting that. There's also this one. It's actually in bloom right now, but the flowers aren't doing so well. It's just not in a healthy mix. So I'm going to remove all of this old potting mix and replace it with some new ones. So I soaked these two pots in a hydrogen peroxide mixture. Before I started this video, I also have some hydrogen peroxide and water in this little bottle, and I'm going to be spraying down the roots and removing as much of the old medium as I possibly can. And then we have some Catalea seedlings that we're going to try to repot today after this. So let's get started. First, I'm going to remove the pot and see how these roots are looking. Ooh, my goodness. Yeah. You can see that there. I'm a little bit new when it comes to orchids, especially anything that isn't Phalaenopsis, so this is a first time for me. We're gonna see what we can do here. Really nervous about what I'm gonna find in this. I hope nothing too creepy. Yeah, all this moss, I don't know. A lot of people plant orchids in sphagnum moss. I've even heard of peat moss, but I've never heard of moss actually growing on orchids, and I can't seem to find anything online. Yeah, some of these roots are breaking off, so I want to really be careful. Some of these pseudobulbs don't even have any leaves, but I remember hearing that you're not supposed to remove them because they do store nutrients for the plant. So I'm just gonna keep going at this here. Can't get at this sponge rock in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause this one for a minute and try to rinse it off in the sink because I don't want to destroy these roots. So we're gonna pause that and we're gonna start on the next one. Oh, so this one doesn't have as many roots as the other one does. Still has living moss on it. Dump that out. Yeah, this one should be a little easier to remove. But I'm sad that it doesn't have much roots. I might end up losing this bloom because you're not supposed to repot blooming plants. If you repot reblooming plants, you tend to damage their roots, and so they will drop their buds in an attempt to fix their roots. You know how if you're not living, or I shouldn't say that, it's like blooms are not necessary for the plant itself to survive. It might be necessary for reproduction, but what's necessary for the plant to survive is healthy roots and healthy leaves. So if you repot and damage the roots or the leaves, the plant is going to drop the unnecessary part, which is the blooms, and put more energy into the roots and the leaves. So I'm going to pause and go rinse it off in the sink and try to get a little bit more of this living moss out. So I will be right back.
So I'm back.
I forgot to mention that these brown spots here can be indicative of a bacterial infection. So I sprayed everything down with hydrogen peroxide mixture, and now we're ready to start again. So I'm actually just going to clip these blooms because they don't look so great anyway, and that particular Miltoniopsis does not have much roots, so I really do want it to focus on the roots more, and the blooms we can have next year. So I have some alcohol here and a napkin, and I'm going to sterilize my scissors, and then I'm going to snip bloom stalk off. Actually, it's called a bloom spike. Sorry, couldn't find the word there for a minute. So I have... That was really difficult. That was hard, and I still have a little bit in here. Like, I did my absolute best, and there's like a little scum drop. This was not easy. And they don't look that great anyway. But we're gonna put them in some mix. So I have this, this is the pot that it came in, and since it doesn't have much roots, I'm just gonna leave it in this pot. I was gonna put them both in a bigger pot, but I'll just put the other one in a bigger pot. So this is Oncidium and Seedling Imperial Orchid mix. And we're gonna put it in the old container. Hopefully, as the roots grow, it will become more steady, and hopefully I will not knock it over, and my cats will not knock it over. Yeah, so there's that one. And now we're going to start repotting the next one. Alright, so that one was too small, but this one should be good. This is a big pot. I didn't think I was going to need one of these pots. But you don't want to put it in too big of a pot because then the roots might rot away, but you also want to give it some room to grow. So that's what I'm doing here. Now onto the cattleyas. Ooh, I don't know if it should be good. I'm just gonna kind of use my finger to kind of, so you have a huge root ball there and you don't have, you can see it's a clear pot so you can see what's going on. I want to make sure that the medium is kind of in the roots to keep it steady. So you have this gap here, kind of. Okay, so right now we have some cattleyas. I got these, well, this one I got from Etsy, but I got these ones from Secret Garden. What's it called? Secret Garden, rareplants.com, and it came with some hitchhikers. So I just want to spray the roots with some hydrogen peroxide so that I don't have any eggs or anything, and I can just be sure. So I have my hydrogen peroxide here, and I'm just gonna make sure there's no eggs, kill anything that's in there. This one I don't really want to repot, so I'm just gonna kind of spray the surface of the soil. And then there's this one that I got from Etsy, and I'm very concerned that this pot right here is inhibiting the growth of the plant, so I'm going to cut it away. Be careful not to damage any roots. There's a lot of charcoal in this mix, and I really like that. Charcoal, I believe, is good for preventing mold and fungal infections. So we like to see a little bit of charcoal in the mix. This is a Catalea Hawaiian Rusty Mango Splash. This is a Catalea Volcano Queen. That's good to go. Some more mix here, and I'm going to put this into a bigger bowl. This is actually an old African violet container, so it says Cajun's Hot Expectations, which is an African violet that I have. Might do a video on that soon. Yeah, this is my Catalea Volcano Queen. That's good to go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!